Right, welcome to June's edition of a year on Devils Lane. It's been a slow month, but June sometimes is, isn't it? Half the lake has been shut for pretty much the whole month due to spawning, so different stocks of fish, they all spawn at different times. So yeah, we've left them to it in the shallower swims. But it's still been some good fishing, still caught some good moments on camera. So hopefully you enjoy. If you do, give us a subscribe, and let's get to it. Welcome back. A thoroughly wet and miserable first weekend of June. It was nice yesterday and a couple of days before that, but it's been raining all night and it's bloody miserable at the moment, but I'm happy. I got here yesterday and I did go into the shallow swim because there was a few fish milling around there in the sun, but as soon as I cast towards them they were gone, so ended up moving around to reed swim where I am now, and kind of going off the back of what some of the members had seen that morning, yesterday morning. A lot of shows out here in front of this swim, quite long, but a lot of fish in this area, so I thought it was worth a shot and it paid off. Not a monster by any means, just shade under 21, but it's been quite moody since it's been reopened. It hasn't done a fish yet, so that's the first fish since it's been opened up after spawning. And they're all welcome as far as I'm concerned. Gov's just come round before this rain started, and we managed to get the pictures done and a little bit of footage, so yeah, have a little look at this. Well dark, isn't he? Yeah. A nice one. Happy? Yeah. Thank you. Wow. Going back to your home. Yeah, lovely little one. Really nice dark colours. I'm very welcome. I just heard as well one of the members also caught one last night as well, and he's really been putting in some time and really working hard, and just hasn't worked out for him, so I'm really happy for him. I think it was a 23-pound mirror, something like that, so so happy for him, because like I say, he's really worked hard, and it's finally paid off for him. And I think I've just seen him have another one. I don't know for definite yet, but I hope he has, because that would be brilliant. But yeah, I've also couldn't help myself another one. Just sitting there watching through some of the footage, and the left hand rod just melted off. Trying to tuck me up in the reeds, but managed to get him round them, and then it looks like a sort of mid-20 common maybe. Really nice, really looks lovely. So just waiting for this rain to bugger off a little bit, and then we're gonna get them out, get them sorted. So yeah, I'll show you in a little bit. Back time.
Yeah, tail up a bit, mate. A bit more. That's it.
What a unit. Absolute beast.
Tail's dropped again, but that's it.
I'm going to put it down. There's anything sitting like this. Absolute beast in the water. Thank you very much. Nice. Nice. Thanks, mate. Wow, mega fish. 28-pound original, and one I haven't caught, but one I've always wanted to catch. Seen the pictures of that fish, and yeah, over the moon with that one. I really wasn't expecting it either, so you know, it makes it all the more sweeter. Yeah, Gus come and done the pictures and that and the footage as well, so yeah, thanks to him. But what result? Let's see. Could turn out to be one of them sessions. I mean, the weather's good for it actually. The weather's, you know, quite warm, overcast, a bit rainy, everything you'd expect to get bites really. So yeah, gonna carry on through, got one more night. Hopefully something else happens. Just off for a little walk now. Thought I'd rest the swim for a bit. I had a couple of members come round. Hawkeye 1 and Hawkeye 2 I call them. They don't miss a trick. And they had a good look at them pictures, and rightly so pointed out that that fish was called Turner's. So one of the old originals. Always wanted to catch that fish. Bit of a shame that it spawned out, but can't pick when you catch them, can you? So yeah, mega result, and like I say, them two don't miss a trick. I mean, I was sort of going off the information they gave me when I got here. They'd seen the fish out there Friday morning, so yeah, credit to them really. So yeah, I'm just going to go for a little walk now, see what's going on around. There's not many people left on at the minute, but yeah, just going to go and have a little nose about and then get back in the swim and get prepped up for tonight. And we've got some crappy weather coming in again, but I think that's what's getting the fish's heads down. So yeah, might be a chance of another one. But we'll catch up in a bit. Right, good morning. The rain was absolutely savage last night. It absolutely tipped down. You know, quite welcomed after all that heat yesterday. I mean, it was moody in the morning, and it was just unbearably hot in the afternoon. It was completely dead over here. But the wind, you know, the northeasterly really started pushing in. And I was in two minds to move down to Corner Bay or Oaks, because we know they like that wind. But you know, it's one of them hard decisions when you've had a couple of bites and you're You know, do you move? Do you sit on your hands? You know, I decided to stick with it in the end. And then I remember they did turn up, and he actually went down to Corner Bay. He messaged me last night saying that he'd seen quite a few fish, which sort of confirmed the thought that they would get down there. But they have been in this middle zone for a while as well, so I don't think all the fish went down there. And then this morning I have seen a few. I've seen a few out in front of me. Not quite over the zones, but in the general area. So yeah, I mean, it's about 7:30 now. Yesterday morning I had a bite about 8:30, so still got a little bit of hope left. If I hadn't seen them few, I'd probably be on my toes already, but yeah, I'm going to stick it out past the sort of bite time yesterday. See what happens. Not being greedy, but yeah, I wouldn't turn down another bite. So yeah, I'll fill you in a minute. Look at this little stowaway. They're everywhere this morning. Little frogs are out. A couple in here. Another one. Probably got a few in my bed and all. Wouldn't surprise me. The carp, I love him munching them. Make sure I check my kit and I'm not taking them home with me. Little buggers. Right, welcome back. I forgot to do a sign off from the last session. Didn't miss anything though. Yeah, nothing for me. One of the guys who was fishing that weekend, he did have enough one, but I'll go into that in a little bit. So we're end of June now. I haven't fished for the last couple of weekends. You know, half the lake has been shut for the entirety of June really. Just the shallow water swims, we just left them closed and left them to it, and left the deep water swims open because the fish do spawn at different times on here. So yeah, I've just left them to it really. But there has been some stuff going on. The odd fish have been caught, which we'll go into in a little bit. But I got here last night, and I've got to nab myself one this morning. So yeah, we'll get him out in a minute. We'll have a little look. It's only a small mirror, just 22 pound, but nice fish. So yeah, we'll get him out and have a look. There he is. Nice little 22 pounder. Real powerful fish this one. He'll give me a right good scrap. Lovely fish. Lovely one. Happy days. Well, that was good, wasn't it? Yeah, very welcome. A proper little powerhouse, that fish. It really gave me a right good old beating, that did. Yeah, really lively. I've got another night. Let's see if anything else occurs. I haven't seen a great deal this morning. I saw a few last night, and that bite come out of the blue really. I didn't look like much was going to happen. But yeah, let's go back to what else has been happening whilst I haven't been here. I mean, I've been coming to the lake, I just haven't been fishing. So, but yeah, when on my last session, the member I was talking about who had one, he went on to have another one. Lovely fish. And then he come back the following week, and he's got himself on a right roll. He had another 3. One of them being shoulders, one of the 18 fish, one of the old original commons. Quite spawned out. I think it was just under 30 pound, but still mega capture. And then I think he had 2 commons that were both just over 22 pound. Really, really lovely fish. So yeah, he really done well there, and he capitalised on basically where he was fishing and what he's been doing. It all come to fruition, and yeah, happy bunny. I think within this 2 weeks there's been a new member who turned up, hasn't fished here before, and he managed to nab one on his first session. Lovely 24 pound mirror, I think it was, or just over that. And then one of the other members who has been with us for a while, but he doesn't get to fish here a great deal, but yeah, he got his first fish, so he was over the moon. And there's a fish called Cluster, another lovely mirror, at its biggest weight. I think it was 25.5, something like that. But again, real special one I actually got to name quite a few years ago when it had just gone over 20 pounds. So yeah, there's been a few things going on, not a great deal. I don't think anything's been caught since Cluster. So that one I had this morning is the first one for a week or so. So yeah, it's encouraging. There was a couple of guys on last night. I don't think they had any joy, but I haven't heard from them yet, so not too sure. Yeah, I think most of them are left now. They did quick overnighters, so we'll see who turns up today. I'm going to reel in a little bit, go for a wander, and then come back and yeah, see what happens. Right, we've got to change the scenery. Moved round to Corner Bay, so I was over there in Reeds. But after having that bite this morning, didn't really see much happening over there, to be fair. And I come round to see one of the members in the snags, which is over there. And as we were standing there was fish jumping out right in close in front of Corner Bay, in his swim, fizzing everywhere, just loads and loads of activity. So it's a no-brainer. Had to move, even though I had a bite. I'm going off of that last session where I didn't move, and then most of the fish were here. So on the back of this wind, you wouldn't believe this, I literally catapulted some pellet out on the edge, got everything ready, I dropped the rig in there, literally 60 seconds later it was gone. And real sort of hit and hope fishing, and unfortunately the hook pulled. So a bit gutted by that, but tell you what, it couldn't have been more instant. But it's still quite early, and there's still a lot of activity in the area, so yeah, remain hopeful. So keep you posted, and we'll see what happens through the evening. Well, result after losing that one, yeah, it's gone off again, and managed to land this one. It's only a little 17 pound common, but still a lovely fish, one of the old ones. And yeah, buzzing with that after moving, then losing one, thinking it was all a disaster, and then yeah, getting topped off with a nice little one. And you know what, it still looks half decent out there as well, so might be another chance. We'll see what happens. Good morning. Absolutely glorious morning. I mean, you wouldn't think it after last night. Absolutely tipped down again. It's going to be lovely today. Seen plenty of stuff going on this morning. Plenty of fizzers and the odd show in the area. So yeah, it's feeling good. But I'm off today, so we'll see how the morning pans out. We'll catch up in a bit. Right, that's it for this session. Nothing else happened for the rest of the morning. Not for me anyway. The guy next door in Oaks, he had one. Lovely 23-pound mirror. They were showing in front of him. They were fizzing in front of him. They just really looked active, but they was right in his swim. And I was only next door, and there was just nowhere near the same amount of activity in front of me. But I think the fish had sort of moved out of that corner. You know, I think the guy in the snags didn't have anything. There weren't nowhere near as much going on as there was yesterday afternoon. But happy for the member who got one, because yeah, he's been plugging away. So real nice fish as well. I think around the rest of the lake, sorry, I just got attacked by a fly. Around the rest of the lake, there was a couple of losses. So the guy in snags lost one to a hook pull, and a guy down in No Man's, he unfortunately lost one as well. But other than that, nothing else has come out so far. But yeah, we'll see what happens for the rest of the weekends for the chaps that are staying on. And that's it for June's episode. Well, that was supposed to be the end of the episode, but something special happened on the last day of June. So it was the new moon. Graham was fishing down in the swamp. He caught actually a fish that none of us have seen before. Real sort of character, all wonky and misshapen, but yeah, real character little fish. I think it was 23 pound. And then he lost one as well that evening, which was I think was the Wednesday, which was the 29th. Then on the Thursday morning, and this is a bit of the story about it, it was good angling. I think he lost 3 in a row on a rig that he's used in many other situations. Caught and land the fish, never had a problem with it, but for some reason in that angling situation it just wasn't happening. The fish kept dropping off, so he made a tweak to the rig and got it back out there, and then yeah, a real special one was on the end, and this one went in the net, never coming off. Absolute mega fish, one that we've been waiting to see now. It hasn't been caught for 14 or 15 months. Its biggest weight, spawned out as well, and still at its biggest weight, 38 pounds. So, you know, for the rest of the year, it's probably swimming around way over 40, and that's a new lake record for the mirrors in here. Paw print, the one we all want to see. What a fish. Have a look at this.
Oh yes.
Ready?
Yeah.
All done? Happy days, thank you very much.
That's the first time of that one.
Yeah.
Well, what can you say about that? What a special fish. One of the originals. Just the colours, the shape, the size of its tail, its fins, everything about it. It's just an absolute gorgeous fish. And as I said, it was good angling coming off the back of them losses. You know, not just throwing the rig back out there and hoping it goes well. You know, thinking about it, making the change, and then get that as a reward. I mean, you could ask for more than that. So yeah, hats off to Graham there. That was good going, and just lovely to see that fish. Really was. So that really is the end of the episode now, and we'll see you on the next one.